Hello guys, welcome to my YouTube channel Math Method. Please like it, share it and subscribe. In this video, I will tell you all the solutions of exercise 6.5, that is Pythagoras theorem. So actually you are already familiar with the Pythagoras theorem, which says that in a right angle triangle, the square of the hypotenuse is equal to the sum of the squares of the other two sides. Clear? By applying this theorem 6.8, we will solve all the questions of exercise 6.5. Clear? Now see exercise 6.5, which tells sides of triangles are given below. Determine which of them are right angles. In case of right angle, write the length of its hypotenuse. So we will apply the theorem 6.8, which is Pythagoras theorem. Clear? Now let's start with question number 1, part 1. In part 1, question number 1, three sides are given as 7 centimeters, 25 centimeters and 25 centimeters. Clear? Now let the sides of triangle are 7 semi, 24 semi and 25 semi. We have to find out whether this triangle is a right angle triangle or not. Now by squaring all the sides, all these sides, we will get 7 square is our 7 square is equal to 49. Similarly 24 square is equal to our 576. Similarly square of 25, which is equal to 625. Clear? Now if 49 plus 576 is equal to, add 49 with 546, we will get 625. Clear? Now this is our third square of third sides. So if the square of hypotenuse is sum of another two sides, square of another two sides, then this sides forms a right angle triangle. Now here implies 7 square plus 24 squares is equal to 25 square. So this is a right angle triangle, hence we will write as this. Hence these sides are, these are sides of a right angle triangle. Clear? So which one is the hypotenuse? Because in these questions it asks write the length of its hypotenuse. So the bigger side is the hypotenuse, therefore 25 square means 25 is the hypotenuse, because 25 is the longest side. So therefore 25 centimeter is its hypotenuse. This is our answer. Clear? Now question number 2. Now part 2, which says if the sides of triangle are, sides of a triangle are given 3 semi, second one is 8 semi and third one is 6 semi. Now similarly by squaring all three sides, we will get 3 whole square is equal to 9. Similarly 8 square is equal to 64 and 6 square is equal to our 36. Now add the least two sides, means the smallest two sides, that is 3 semi and 6 semi. Therefore 3 square is 9 plus our another small side or shortest side is our 36, which is equals to 45, but this is not equals to 64. So these sides are not the sides of a right angle triangle. Clear? We will write this do not satisfy the Pythagoras triplet. Hence these are not the, therefore these are not the sides of triangle, sides of right angle triangle. Clear? This is our answer. So you have to prove like this with another 3 and 4 part of question number 1. Clear? Now I will solve the question number 2. Now question number 2, PQR is a triangle right angled at P and M is a point on QR such that PM is perpendicular with QR, so that PM square is equal to QM into MR. We have to prove PM square is equal to QM into MR. Clear? Now let's start with solution of question number 2. Here let our angle MPR is equal to X, MPR, which is equal to X, MPR. This is our X. Now in triangle MPR, angle MRP is equal to angle MRP, which is equals to, here angle PMR is 90 degree. So this will be MRP is equal to 180 degree minus 1 is 90 degree, another one is our X. So this is equal to X, which is equals to 180 minus 90 degree minus X, which is equals to 90 degree minus X. Clear? So angle MRP is equal to 90 minus X. Similarly with, we have to find out angle MPQ. So angle MPQ is equal to angle MPQ is equals to 90 degree minus, this is our X, so 90 degree minus MPR. Clear? So minus angle MPR. Clear? So this is implies angle MPQ is equal to 90 degree minus MPR is equal to our X. So now another angle MQP is equal to MQP is equal to, this is our 90 minus X. Clear? So is equal to 180 degree. This is our minus 90 degree minus, this is our 90 minus X, which is equal to MRP. So is equal to minus 90 degree minus X. Clear? Which is equals to 180 minus 90 is 90. So multiply minus with both 90 and minus X, minus 90 minus into minus plus X, which is equal to 90 minus 90 0, only X. So implies angle MQP, which is equals to X degree. Clear? So we found that MRP is equal to 90 minus X, MQP is equal to our X degree. Now in triangle QMP and triangle PMR. So in triangle QMP and triangle MPR or PMR, we know that angle MPQ is equal to angle MRP. MRP is equal to our 90 minus X degree, and angle PMQ, which is equals to angle RMP, RMP. Clear? Another angle is angle MQP, which is equals to angle MPR. Clear? MPR. Now by the AAA similarity criterion, we can say that implies triangle QMP is congruent to triangle PMR. Right in this side, which is AAA criterion. Clear? Both triangles are congruent. So we found that both triangles are similar, or we can say that triangle QMP is similar with triangle PMR. This is also AAA criterion. Clear? Now by this we know that if the two triangles are similar, then their corresponding sides of similar triangles are proportional. So the corresponding sides of similar triangles are proportional. Clear? Therefore we can say that QM upon PM is equals to PM upon or MP or PM upon MR, which is equals to, by cross multiplication, PM into PM square, which is equals to QM into MR or QM into MR. Proved. Or you can say as QM is equal to MQ, you also write it, and into MR. Proved. Clear? Question 2 is over. Now question number 3. In figure 6.53, ABD is a right angle at A and AC is perpendicular with BD. So we have to show in 3 parts. AB square is equal to BC into BD, AC square is equal to BC into DC, and AD square is equal to BD into CD. Clear? Now starts with question number 3, part 1. See here, in triangle ADB and triangle CAB. Now in triangle ADB and triangle CAB. Clear? So both triangle have angle DAB. Clear? Triangle angle DAB is equal to angle ACB, because both are 90 degree. Angle DAB is equal to angle ACB, because both are 90 degree. So we can say each 90 degree. And angle angle ABD is equal to angle ABD is equal to angle ABC or angle CBA. Angle CBA, this is common angle. Clear? Common angle. So by AA criterion or AA similarity, triangle ADB is similar with triangle CAB. Clear? This is our AA similarity. So therefore both triangles are similar, therefore their corresponding sides are in similar ratio, implies AB upon BC is equal to corresponding side is BD upon AB. Now cross multiplication, AB into AB, our AB square is equal to BC into BD. proved. This is our part 1 proved. Similarly you have to prove part 2 and part 3. Clear? If there is any problem regarding question number 3 part 2 and 3, then please reply. So I will make another video in next part about what the questions which have not solved by me, then I will try to solve this. So you have to reply me or comment me in the comment box section. I left part 2 and 3 because I did part 1, I proved part 1. By this way you have to prove part 2 and 3. If there is any problem regarding 2 and 3, please let me know and I will make another video regarding the question left out in this video. Clear? Now question number 4, it says ABC is an isosceles triangle, right angle at C. Prove that AB square is equal to 2AC square. Isosceles triangle means a triangle whose any two sides are equal with each other, and also right angle at C means it is right angle and isosceles triangle. Clear? So we have to prove AB square is equal to 2AC square. Now solve it. So it is given that given that triangle ABC is an isosceles triangle and a right angle at C. So here angle C is 90 degree, and therefore here AC is equal to our BC, because hypotenuse cannot be similar with any side of triangle. So here AC is equal to BC, because here AB is our hypotenuse. This is the longest side. So and angle C is equal to 90 degree. Clear? Now in triangle ABC, as C is 90 degree, AB is the longest side, so AB square is equal to AC square plus BC square. Clear? Perpendicular square plus base whole square implies AB square is equal to, we know that AC is equal to BC. Clear? So I can write AC square plus, in terms of BC I can write AC, because AC is equal to BC, so AC square implies AB square is equal to AC square plus AC square is equal to 2AC square. Hence proved. This is a very short type answer. The question which has been solved by only 2 to 3 lines. So you have to write clear and precisely. Here AB is our hypotenuse and AC is equal to BC. Clear? Question 4 is solved. Now question number 5. ABC is an isosceles triangle with AC is equal to BC. If AB square is equal to 2AC square, then prove that ABC is a right angle triangle. Clear? So this is the converse question of question number 4. So we have to prove ABC is a right angle triangle. Clear? Now it is given that AC is equal to BC, and because AC is equal to BC means ABC is an isosceles triangle. So and AB square is equal to 2AC square. So AB square implies AB square is equal to 2AC square means AC square plus AC square. Now AC is equal to BC implies AB square is equal to AC square plus, in place of AC we can write BC, so BC square. This is our Pythagoras theorem. So this satisfies satisfies the Pythagoras theorem. Pythagoras theorem. So AB is the longest side. Clear? Hence ABC is a right angle triangle. This proved. Clear? This is the converse question of question number 4. Now question number 6. Question number 6 is ABC is an equilateral triangle of side 2A. Find each of its altitudes. Equilateral triangle means equilateral triangle has all sides are in equal length. So all sides becomes 2A. So we have to find out the altitude. Now let's find out it. Now question number 6. ABC is an equilateral triangle of side 2A. So it is given that let ABC is an equilateral triangle. Equilateral triangle whose of sides 2A each. So 2A each. Now we have to find out the altitudes. Altitude is the perpendicular. So let similarly therefore perpendicular AD is drawn from A. Clear? So perpendicular means here angle D is equal to our 90 degree. So we know that the altitude of equilateral triangle bisect the opposite side. I am writing this. The altitude of the equilateral triangle bisect means it divides the sides into two equal parts. Bisects the opposite side. Clear? So opposite sides, therefore in these questions BD is equal to DC, therefore BD is equal to DC. BD is equal to DC. Now in triangle ADB or ABD, here angle D is equal to 90 degree. Therefore here AB is equal to our hypotenuse. AB square is equal to AD square plus BD square. AD square plus BD square implies here given that AB is equal to 2A. So 2A whole square is equal to AD. AD is equal to, we have to find out the value of AD square plus BD is equal to half of 2A, that is equal to A square. Clear? So BC is equal to 2A means BD is equal to half of BD is equal to half of BC is equal to 2A by 2 is equal to A, implies 2A square is equal to 4A square is equal to AD square plus A whole square is equal to AC square. Now implies 4A square transpose A square to LHS, which becomes A minus A square is equal to AD square, implies AD square is equal to 4A square minus A square, which becomes 3A square, implies AD is equal to root over 3A square, implies AD is equal to square root of 3 is equal to root 3, A square is equal to A. This is our answer. So we will write, therefore as the altitudes of equilateral triangle are similar, we can write hence the length of each altitude is root 3A units. This is our answer. Clear? Question number 6 is our over. Now question number 7. ABCD is a rhombus. So we have to prove the sum of the squares of the sides of rhombus is equal to the sum of square of its diagonals. So here AC and BD are diagonals, AB, BC, CD and D are its equal sides. So now both the diagonals of the rhombus ABCD intersect at O. Now in triangle AOB, as we know, both the diagonals of rhombus intersect each other at right angle. So by applying the Pythagoras theorem in triangle AOB, as angle AOB is equal to 90 degree, AB is equal to our hypotenuse. So this is our 90 degree each. Clear? So by applying the Pythagoras theorem in triangle AOB, AB square is equal to AO square plus OB square, AO square plus OB square. This is our Pythagoras theorem. Clear? So similarly in triangle BOC, similarly BC square is equal to BO square plus OC square, again Pythagoras theorem. And in triangle COD, same CD square is equal to our CO square plus OD square, and in triangle last AOD, AD square is equal to AO square plus OD square, AO square plus OD square. Now add both LHS and RHS of each equation 1, 2, 3 and 4. If we add both LHS and RHS, so we have to add LHS with LHS and RHS with RHS. So we will get implies AB square plus BC square plus CD square plus AD square is equal to, see here, AO square plus OB square plus CO square plus OD square. I left this BO square plus OC square, BO square plus OC square plus remain is AO square plus OD square, implies AB square plus BC square plus CD square plus AD square is equal to, here AO square is added with AO square, which is equals to 2A square, plus similarly OB square with OB square 2OB square. Clear? Plus CO square plus OC square 2CO square plus OD square plus OD square, that is 2DO square. So this is our is equals to, if we take common of AC square 2, we will get AO square plus, this is our BO square plus CO square plus DO square. We know that the diagonals intersect with each other and also bisect them. So here AO is equal to OC and BO is equal to OD. So which is equals to 2 into, this is our AO square plus, in terms of OC square I can write AO square, that is our AO square, plus similarly this is our BO square, and in terms of OD I can write BO. So this is our BO square plus BO square, which is equals to 2 into, this is our AO square plus AO square, that is 2AO square plus 2BO square. As AC and BD bisect each other, so I can write which is equals to 2 into AO is equals to half of, here 2AC square, that is now 2 into AO is equal to AC by 2 whole square plus 2 into BO is equal to BD by 2 whole square is equal to, another again take 2 as common, so this is our 2 into 2, this is our AC square upon 4 plus this is our BD square upon 4 is equal to 4, and take 1 by 4 common, so it becomes 4 by 4 AC square plus BD square, which is equals to 4 upon 4 is our 1, so here AC square plus BD square. This is our RHS. Here LHS is our AB square plus BC square plus CD square plus AD square is equal to AC square plus BD square, which are the squares, sum of squares of diagonal of a rhombus, which is proved. So here we ends with question number 7. Now question number 8. Now let's start with question number 8. The figure is given. O is the point in the interior of a triangle ABC. Here OD is perpendicular with BC, O is perpendicular with AC, and OF is perpendicular with AB. So we have to prove OA square plus OB square plus OC square minus OD square minus OE square minus OF square is equal to AF square plus BD square plus C square. Now see this figure. We have to prove the given in question number, part number 1 of question number 8. So now start with part number 1. So at first we have to join, right, join OA, OB and OC. This is for all the parts of question number 8, both 1 and 2. Now part number 1, that is first part in triangle AOF. Start with AOF. Here this is our perpendicular, this is perpendicular and this is perpendicular. Therefore by applying the Pythagoras theorem in triangle AOF, we will get OA square which is equals to OF square plus AF square, OF square plus AF square by Pythagoras theorem. We will apply this Pythagoras theorem in every triangle. So again in triangle BOD. Similarly in triangle BOD, here BO is OB square is equal to OD square plus BD square. This is our 1, this is our 2. Similarly in triangle COE, OC is our hypotenuse, so OC square is equals to OE square plus OE square plus EC square. This is our part 3. And now in triangle COE, clear. So so there is no need of another triangle. So now add equation 1, 2 and 3. We will add LHS with LHS and RHS with RHS. So LHS are OA square plus OB square plus OC square, clear, is equals to RHS is our OF square plus AF square plus OD square plus BD square plus OE square plus EC square. Clear? Now transpose the sides which are starting with O, OF, OD and OE implies OA square plus OB square plus OC square minus OF square minus OD square minus OE square is equals to, the letter of terms are AF square plus BD square plus EC square. This is our proved. Part 1 is proved. So part number 2. This is our second part of question number 8. Now from write it as equation number 4. We have proved this in part number 1, first part. So in this we got that AF square plus BD square plus EC square is equals to OA square plus OB square plus OC square minus OF square minus OD square minus OE square. We got it from first part of question number 8. Now which is equals to, we can say that OA square minus OE square, this is 1, plus OB square minus OF square, and remaining is OC square, OC square minus OD square, OD square. So here also by applying Pythagoras theorem, OA square minus OE square is equals to our AE square, which is equals to AE square plus OB minus OF is equals to our BF square plus OB minus OC minus OD is equal to our CD square. This is our proved. So part 2 is also over. Question 8 is over. Now question number 9. Question number 9. A ladder of 10 meters long reaches a window 8 meters above the ground. Find the distance of the foot of the ladder from the base of the wall. So here ladder is our hypotenuse. So clear? See this figure. In this figure here AB is our ladder. So I will write like this. Let AB is the ladder. AB is our ladder, and AO is wall. Hence, by applying Pythagoras theorem in triangle AOB by Pythagoras theorem, here AB square is equals to AO square plus OB square. So we have to find out the distance between the foot of the ladder and the foot of the wall. So implies here OB is our distance. So OB is equals to root over AB square minus AO square is equals to, here AB is our 10, so 10 whole square minus AO is our wall which is given as 8, so here is equals to root over square of 10 is equals to our 100 minus square of 8 is equal to 64, which is equals to root over 36 is equals to 6. So this is our answer. So we will write like this. So the distance is equals to, the distance is 6 meters. This is our answer for question number 9. Clear? Here question number 10. A guy wire attached to a vertical pole of height 18 meters is 24 meter long and has a stack attached to the other end. How far the base of the pole should the stack be driven so that the wire will be taut? So we will find out the distance between the stack and the vertical pole, the base of the vertical pole. Here is my figure BOA. So here OB is my vertical pole. So I will write like this. Here let OB is vertical pole. Similarly, by applying Pythagoras theorem in triangle BOA or A by Pythagoras theorem, we will get AB square is equals to BO square plus OA square. Clear? So here this is our given 24 whole square is equals to BO is our 18 given square plus OA square. Now implies 24 whole square is our 576 is equal to 18 square is our 324 plus OA square, implies OA is equals to root over 576 minus 324, which becomes root over 576 minus 324 is equals to 252, implies OA is equals to, by the square root of 252, which becomes 6 root over 7, which unit is meter. You have to find out the square root of 252 by factorization method. Hence OA is equals to 6 root 7. So I will write like this: the distance of stack from the base is 6 root over 7 meter. This is my answer. Clear? Now question number 11. An aeroplane leaves an airport and flies due north at a speed of 1000 km per hour. At the same time, another aeroplane leaves the same airport and flies due west at a speed of 1200 km per hour. How far apart will be the two planes after 1.5 hours? We will find it out by applying the speed distance with time. So we will make the figure as it right angle triangle. So I will draw this. Here is my figure for question number 11. Now we will find out the result and the distance between two planes. So here I will start like this: the distance traveled by first plane. So like this. So first plane in 1.5 hour, which is equals to, the speed is this is our 1000 into 1 full 1 by 2, which is equals to 3 by 2 is equals to 1500 kilometers. So I will write here, this is my 1500 kilometers. Again, distance traveled by second plane in similar time in 1.5 hour, which will becomes is equals to, this is our 1200 into again 3 by 2, which is equals to 1800 kilometers. This is our 1800 kilometers. Clear? Now here OB and our OA are the distance traveled by both the planes. Now for this, in triangle AOB, we will get, here AB is the distance between two planes, so here AB square is equals to AO square plus OB square, implies AB is equals to our square root of AO square plus OB square is equals to square root of AO is our 1500 square plus this is our 1800 square, which is equals to square of 1500 is equals to 225, 4 times 0 plus 18 square is our 324, again this with 4 times 0, which becomes is equals to 5, 4, 9, 1, 2, 3, 4 times 0. By factorizing this, we will get is equals to, you have to factorize this, you have to find the square root of 54,90,000 by factorization method. Then you will get 300 root over 61 kilometers. This is our AB. So AB is our distance between two planes. So hence after 1.5 hours, the distance between two planes will be 300 root over 61 kilometer is our answer. You have to solve like this. Clear? Now question number 12. Two poles of height 6 meters and 11 meters stand on a plain ground. If the distance between the feet of the pole is 12 meters, find the distance between their tops. So we have to find out the distance between two tops. So I have done this figure like this. This is my figure for question number 12. Now let AB and CD are two poles with height 6 meters and 11 meters respectively. Clear? So here let the intersecting point is our P. Now CP is equals to, here 6, here this is equal to 6, so total is equal to 11 and this is our 6. So here implies CP, which is equals to CD minus PD, implies CP is equals to CD is our 11 minus is our 6, implies CP is equals to 5 meters. So this we found that CP is equals to 5. So here AP is equals to also 12 meters. Clear? Now we will find AC, the distance between the top of the two poles. Clear? Now in triangle APC by Pythagoras theorem. I am writing a spelling of theorem is always writing wrongly, that is THEOREM. I always write this as theorem RM. So this is my mistake I do every times. So now here we will get AC square is equals to AP square plus CP square, implies AC is equals to root over AP square plus CP square, which is equals to root over AP is our 12 square plus this is our, we get it as 5, so this is our 5 square, which is equals to root over 12 whole square is our 144 plus 25 is equals to root over 169, which is equals to 13 meters. We get that AC is equal to 13 meters. AC is our the distance between, so we will write therefore the distance between the tops of poles is 13 meter is our answer. Clear? This is my answer. So here we end with question number 12. Now question number 13. Question number 13 is D and E are points of the sides of CA and CB respectively of a triangle ABC, right angle at C. We have to prove AE square plus BD square is equal to AB square plus D square. Let's start with, this is my figure for question number 13. So I will write like this. Now in triangle ACE, in triangle ACE, here is also right angle triangle by Pythagoras theorem. I will write here AC square plus CE square, AC square plus CE square, which is equals to AE square. AE square, this is my equation number 1. And for in triangle BCD, again by Pythagoras theorem we will get BC square plus CD square, which will becomes BD square. This is our 2. Similarly, from question 1, from 1 and 2, from equation 1 and 2, if we add both LHS and RHS, we will get add 1 and 2, we will get AE square plus BD square, AE square plus BD square, which equals to AC square plus CE square plus BC square plus CD square. Clear? So make it as equation number 3. Clear? Now in another triangle CDE, similarly applying the Pythagoras theorem, by Pythagoras theorem we will get in CD DE square is equals to CD square plus CE square. Clear? This is our question number 4. So similarly now in triangle ABC, again by Pythagoras theorem we will get AB square is equals to AC square plus BC square. This is our equation number 5. Now from 3, 4 and 5. Now from 3, 4 and 5, here DE square plus AB square is equals to D. Now add 4 and 5, we will get DE square plus AB square, which is equals to CD square plus CE square plus AC square plus BC square, which is equals to, here implies DE square plus AB square is equals to, here CD square plus BC square is equals to DE. So CD square plus BC square, CD square plus BC square is equals to our BD square. So we will write BD square plus CE square plus AC square is equal to AE square. So I will write AE square. So we have to prove BD square implies A square plus BD square is equals to DE square plus AB square. Proved. This comes our end of question number 13. Now question number 14. Question number 14. We have to prove the perpendicular from A on the sides of BC of a triangle ABC intersect BC at D such that DB is equal to 3CD. This is my figure. CD, here CD is BC is equal to DB is equals to 3 times of CD. Now we have to prove 2AB square. 2AB square is equal to 2AC square plus BC square. Now we will write like this in triangle ACD by Pythagoras theorem. By Pythagoras theorem, we will get in triangle ACD, AC square is equals to AD square plus CD square. Clear? So implies here AC square minus CD square is equals to AD square. By transposing CD square to LHS, this is my equation number 1. So similarly in triangle ABD, we will find that AB square is equals to AD square plus BD square. Again transpose BD square implies AB square minus BD square is equals to AD square. In question number, this is our equation number 2. Now from 1 and 2 we will get AC square minus CD square is equals to AC square minus CD square, which is equals to AB square minus BD square, because RHS are same in equation 1 and 2. Let this is our equation number 3. We got equation number 3 from 1 and 2. Now given that BD is equals to 3 times of CD, which is given. So implies CD is equals to BC by 4, because by adding this we will get 4 times of CD. Clear? So again, and similarly BD is equals to BD will be 3/4 times of BC. So this is 3BC by 4. Now from equation 3 and 4 we will put the value of DC and BD, CD and BD. Now put the value of CD and BD in equation 3, we will get AC square minus, here CD is equals to BC by 4 whole square is equals to AB square minus, this is our 3BC by 4 whole square, implies here AC square is our AC square minus BC square upon 16 is equals to AB square minus 3 is our square 9 BC square upon 16. Clear? Now implies this is our 1, this is our 16, LCM of 1 and 16 is 16, this will be our 16 AC square minus BC square, which is equals to, again this is 1, so 1 and LCM of 1 and 16 is 16, this is our AB square 16 times minus 9 BC square. Here both denominator have 16. Now we will eliminate both 16s, which will become 16ac square minus bc square equals to 16ab square minus 9bc square. Clear? Now here implies take minus bc square to RHS, it will become 16ac square is equals to 16ab square minus 9bc square. If we transpose minus bc square from LHS to RHS, it will become plus bc square, implies 16ac square is equals to 16ab square minus 9 plus 1 is our minus 8 bc square. So implies 16ac square is equals to, by taking 8 common from both, we will get 2ab square minus bc square. Now transpose 8 to LHS, which will become, here 8 is multiplied with this, it will become denominator. So 16 upon 8 is equals to our 2ac square is equals to 2ab square minus bc square. So we have to prove that we have to prove 2ab square implies transpose minus bc square, we will get 2ab square is equals to 2ac square plus bc square. So the question it is asked to prove this, so we will get this. Now we will write as proved. Clear? Now question number 15. Question number 15, in an equilateral triangle ABC, D is a point on side BC such that BD is equal to 1/3 of BC. We have to prove 9AD square is equals to 7AB square. Here comes, we have to draw an altitude from A to its opposite side BC. Here A is our vertex, so we have to draw an altitude AE from A vertex to its opposite side BC. Now I will write like this: triangle ABC is an equilateral triangle whose sides are A. Draw an altitude AE from A to its opposite side BC. Clear? So also given that BD is equals to 1/3 of BC. Now as A is an altitude, it bisects the opposite side, so therefore AE will bisect BC at E at E. So therefore BE is equals to EC, which is equals to half of BC, because E bisect BC. Now in triangle AEB, here AB square is equals to AE square plus B square BE square. We have taken each side as A, so AB is equals to A, so A whole square is equals to A is not given, so A is equals to A square plus here B is equal to half of this side A BC, so this will become A by 2 whole square, implies AE square is equals to A whole square is A square minus A square upon 4, implies AE square is equals to A square minus A square by 4 is equals to 3A square upon 4. implies AE is equals to root over 3a square upon 4 implies AE is equals to root 3a upon 2 is equals to root 3 by 2 into a. Now here given that BD is equals to 1/3 of this side, so this will become a by 3. Now therefore we will find out DE. This is our DE. DE will be BE minus BD. BE minus BD is equal to DE implies here DE is equals to BE is equals to half of BC, so it will become a by 2 minus here is our BD is equals to a by 3 implies DE is equals to a by 2 minus a by 3, which will become a by 6. So D is equals to our a by 6. Now in triangle ADE by Pythagoras theorem, AD square is equals to AE square plus DE square. A square plus D square implies AD square is equals to A is our root 3a by 2 whole square plus D is equals to our a by 6 whole square, which is equals to root 3 whole square is 3, a square upon 4 plus this is our a square upon 36. Now we will get is equals to LCM of 4 and 36 is 36. Now divide the LCM by denominator. 36 by 4 is equal to 9. 9 into 3 is equals to 27 a square plus 36 upon 36 is 1. This is your a square, which is equals to 28 a square upon 36. Clear? So by simplify this 28 upon 36, we will get 4 7 are 28 a square upon 4 36 divided by 4 is equals to our 9. So this is our 7 by 9 a square. AD square is equals to 7 a square by 9 implies AD square is equals to 7 by 9. I can write a square in place of a I will write AB, so this will becomes AB square. Now cross multiplication, 9 AD square is equals to 7 AB square. So it asks about 9 AD square is equals to 7 AB square. This is our proved. Question number 15 is our over. So in question number 16, in an equilateral triangle, prove that 3 times of the square of one side is equal to the 4 times of the square of one of its altitude. So I draw it like this, the figure for question number 16. Now I will write question number 16. Let ABC is an equilateral triangle altitude is A drawn from A to its opposite side BC. So now we know that altitude in equilateral triangle triangle bisect the opposite side, bisects the opposite side. Therefore BE is equals to EC, which will be equals to half of BC. Clear? Now in triangle ABE, here AB square is equals to AE square plus BE square, implies here let AB is equals to A is equals to AE square plus B is our half of the side, so I will write like this, A by 2 whole square, implies AE square is equals to A whole square is A square minus A square upon 4, implies A square is equals to, here A square minus A square by 4 is equals to 3A square by 4, implies AE is equals to root over 3A square upon 4, which is equals to, implies AE is equals to root 3 A square, root over of A square is A upon square root of 4 is our 2, implies here, so this is not required for in this question. Now cross multiply 4 into AE square is equals to 3A square. So in place of A I will write any side, so 4 into, here A is our altitude whole square is equals to 3 into A is our side, so I will write like into side square, side whole square, proved. This we have to prove 4 into altitude whole square is equal to 3 into side square. So we have come to the end of question number 16. Now question number 17. In question number 17, here take the correct answer and justify. In triangle ABC, AB is equal to 6 root 3 semi, AC is equal to 12 semi, BC is equal to 6 semi. Therefore the angle B will be. So there is no need of figure. Now for question number 17 we have like given that AB is equals to 6 root 3 semi. Similarly AC is equals to 12 semi and BC is equals to 6 semi. Clear? So by applying the Pythagoras theorem we have AB square is equals to 6 root 3 whole square, which is equals to 6 into 6 is 36, 36 into 3 is equals to 108 semi, and AC square is equals to 12 whole square, which will become 144 semi. Similarly for BC square, which is equals to 6 whole square, is equal to 36 semi. Here it implies we got that here AB square plus BC square is equals to 1, AB square is 108 plus here 36, which is equals to 144 is equals to our AC square. So here AC square is equals to AB square plus BC square, hence AC is the longest side, so AC is the longest side, therefore it will become the hypotenuse of AC. So if hypotenuse of a triangle is AC, then its opposite vertex will be the right angle. Therefore if AB square plus BC square is equals to AC square implies AC is hypotenuse. Clear? So if AC is the hypotenuse, angle B is equals to 90 degree. So in questions it asks the angle of B. Here angle of B is our 90 degree is answer. So guys, your 6.5 exercise is over. So please do watch my video, like it, subscribe it, and too much share it, so it will reach to maximum students who will get benefited. Please watch my channel, subscribe my channel, and share it, like it, and don't forget to comment to my channel. And if there is any requirement for you, please comment in my video, so I will reply you back, and I will definitely try to solve your questions. Thank you, thanks for watching, bye.